Hello class, welcome to week 7. So this is a big week. This is the week that you're going to be submitting your final paper, but as always, make sure you check the announcements when you first come into the Blackboard shell. So let's look at week 7. This week we're going to be talking about career development in elementary and middle school. I know that some of you have expressed more passion of working with youth, so this will really focus on that this week. You're going to read chapters 15 and 16 in the text and Appendix G, the National Standards for School Counseling. So it talks about how your readings for school counseling will be important to complete your paper and working through that. So make sure that you plan accordingly. The big thing that you're going to turn in this week is your final paper. So that is due Sunday by midnight. So make sure that you turn it in. It needs to be turned in via Turnitin, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Here's a video clip about counseling in elementary schools to watch. And with the graded work, you have number 2, it talks about discussion board. As always, please submit your initial posting Thursday by midnight, and you are to respond to at least 2 peers and of substantive nature. That's to be Sunday by midnight. So make sure you ask questions, present additional research, just keep the conversation going. And please, if someone asks you a question, respond to their question. And then here's the prompt about what is due during this week for the discussion board for you to look at. And then finally, the signature assignment paper. So if you want to look at the rubric, you can click it here to see what I'm going to be utilizing to grade your paper. And then just to make sure that you're covering these different points, that is supposed to be 13 pages, 1 title page, 1 abstract page, and 10 pages of content, and then your reference page. So hopefully you've been working on this paper throughout the class. As I've noted in previous announcements, the paper really builds on what we've been talking about throughout the class. And then down here discusses what needs to be in the paper. I posted a previous announcement a few weeks ago specifically about this assignment. So if you have any sort of questions, please look at that prior to sending me a question. Talks about here there needs to be a minimum of 10 peer-reviewed resources. The article from week 2 must be included. The NCDA Code of Ethics that we reviewed in week 3 should be included. So really you're looking at about 8 additional resources. Regarding Turnitin, you're going to click here. And it's pretty straightforward. You are going to find your name, complete your name, and work to submit it via Dropbox, Google Drive from your computer and upload it. Now when you upload into Turnitin, it takes a little bit of time for it to be submitted. One thing I did want to note too is after you hit upload, there's going to be another screen that pops up that says something about I give you permission to submit this. You need to hit agree for that or else the paper won't be completely uploaded. Now, like I said, once it's submitted, it will take a little while to load. That's fine. The main thing with Turnitin, and I've cautioned about this in the previous announcement, try to use quotes sparingly. However, when you do cite someone, make sure you give them credit. What Turnitin does is it compares your paper to a repository of other papers, and it will come up with a similarity index. Throughout your paper, it will be highlighted different statements or hopefully not sentences and sections that they found in the analysis was in a different paper. So make sure to use your own words, cite as needed, and just let me know if you have any questions. I really want everyone to get a good similarity index. If I do find that the index is too high, I'll be contacting you and we're going to have a discussion about it. So that is it for week 7. We're getting down to the final weeks here. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you've enjoyed your time. I know there were some of you that weren't looking forward to this class as much, but hopefully you're getting something from it that you'll be able to take with you throughout your career as you're working to wrap it up. All right. Thank you. Have a good rest of your week.